People just want to all of a sudden get into coaching, but I think for me, when I was growing up in New York, we played a lot of sandlot stuff, and I was the guy that had everybody's phone numbers. I was the guy that made all the calls. I said, okay, we're going to meet down the bank at 4 o'clock, and you're going to show up, bring your brother, and I called everybody, and then 14 guys would show up for a game of football, and I would make the teams, and so I would organize all that, and I think that was probably definitely the beginning of it. As a kid, I didn't play video games or pinball or whatever. If the game didn't have a ball in it and some action, I wasn't into it. I'll tell you, from 4 or 5, 6 years old, my mother would say, that she couldn't watch. I wouldn't watch cartoons. She'd have to turn on sports. So, she would say, you'd sit there and watch bowling for an hour, and be quiet. So, I kind of believed that, and I was, very, into the physical things as, growing up. So, and, you just don't see a lot of that now. I think that's kind of too bad. If it involved some action, in athletics, I was into it. But I also was the organizer, especially everything that wasn't organized, whether it was a, sandlot baseball game or a football game, whatever. I was kind of the guy that was. I grew up with my brothers in the house were quite a bit older. We got out of line. They were there to knock me back in line. So, and then my mother, she had a way. We didn't have a lot of rules in the house, but hey man, if you crossed or you got beat down with something, the nearest object, the shoe came flying, or my brother, she always said, get the fly swatter. She'd beat you with the wire end of the fly swatter if you really got out of line. But,
So were you rebellious?
No, I wasn't rebellious at all. I think I was a good kid. I was more interested into the things that I was doing, and stayed really busy. The only time I do some daredevilish type things, but not too much. I really wasn't into it. Like I said, I loved the motorcycle, only to get me somewhere. It wasn't like I just driving around for hours on end. I was just trying to get places. Supported me by, driving me to play, drop me off, pick me up, but, she didn't stay for the game. So I got a lot of support from other fathers in the neighborhood, who had kids and took an interest in me, and I think they were big in my life because they helped raise me in terms of giving me confidence, giving me some positive strokes that, you need when you're a kid. And I got that from, my friends' dads, as I look back. So what the things that they did, and my first coach, Tom Clinton, who still is unofficially on staff as the team psychologist at Syracuse University. He was my youth coach, and I reference him as being probably one of the most outstanding teachers of basketball for youth that I've ever been around. The guy was really progressive. I always say I didn't learn much after the 6th grade in terms of fundamentals and anything like that. That's how good he was and how thorough he was. His ideas about shooting the basketball and releasing the ball and not cocking the ball over your head till you were strong enough, using a smaller ball, lowering the baskets. He was doing all this stuff before, 30 years ago, 30, 40 years ago. And his ideas were really right on how to teach. So I credit him a lot, and he put me on a traveling team. I was probably 7, 8 years old. I was traveling, playing basketball throughout the Syracuse area. You know, we played before the freshman game. Little kids would play at 3 o'clock. They'd bring us in and play a game, and we'd play all kinds of different teams. And we'd travel in vans throughout Syracuse playing at the 3 o'clock game before the 4 o'clock freshman game. So, you know, being in front of a crowd and playing that was nothing new. Being well coached, I got that when it was early. He made it fun. He made you work really hard, though. And so that really helped me out a lot. And mentally, he was there. He was always talking to you, telling you how you were big you were going to, how you were going to grow, what you were going to do, and he really put those seeds in my head and in everybody else too. He was really a very positive influence, and you know, like I said, he's still at it today, which is. Hey, you know, it'll be a damn shame if you guys screw this up. I mean, with the grades, Roy, you're embarrassing me. Trey, horrible. BJ, you're throwing it away. You're going to be doing some bullshit job next year instead of being someplace nice playing basketball. Because you guys got a lot of talent. You know, nobody smacked them like that. Yeah, they're not very good and all that, but hey, I've been watching the scores. Nobody demolished them like that. 20, 30, maybe 35. Could have beat them by 100. I don't know, maybe we did. And you guys all did good. But you know, you can't screw this up. What is it? Well, turn it off. It's got an on and off button. Even I know that.
It always happens. It's not the first time, BJ.
Yeah. Phone's off. You know. Oh, hell, mine rang. Mine rang. I forgot to turn it off.
During the game. Did you answer it? Hello? Hey, I'm Coach Red. I got a game right now. Let me like that. I love you.
I love you, I said. Fred.
Fred sees you, so at least
Watch it work hard in school.
all right, Coach. All right. All right, bro. Where you going?
Hey, where's Roy at?
Good night.
Shut up, BJ. Problem.
Oh, I know the guy, man, and you know, I just, you know, because we were kind of being aggressive defensively. A lot of times in a game like that, you'll just kind of lay back and let them do a little bit and just kind of play safe. But we need to get some work in, so I just said, hey, man, I didn't mean to be a dick, you know. But we had to get some. He said, oh, no problem. And I ate one of his mom's cookies. That was there. So I know him, you know, he knows the drill, so. It was okay. Just we were trapping a little bit and doing some things. But we had to practice. I mean, more than anything, we had to practice.
You guys in shape?
Yeah, I think we're there. You know, without doing too much, we're in shape. It looked pretty good. Like I was telling them before the game, you know, if they can get out of their own way. The speech I told them was, you know, these guys, you know, as men, we tend to set roadblocks our own self instead of, it's not a person that stops us, it's not a event that stops us. We tend to be our own worst enemies, and we get in the way, and some of the guys aren't doing well in the classroom, and the guys that can overcome that are successful, and the guys that don't. And the last game we played in there, I had to peel Steve off the shower room floor when he missed that shot in the region title game. He missed it, dripped off the rim, and he was on the floor, curled up. I had to pull him off the floor in the shower. So I said I couldn't wait for the season to start. And then I was telling him that we didn't need to feel sorry for those guys, because the last thing we need to do is go out there and be sloppy. They put the shorts and the shirt on, and they're stepping up and into the game, so they got to know what to expect. Just like if you put the gloves on, you got to expect to get knocked out. So, and we did probably played as well as you can play in a game like that, with much intensity, and got a lot out of it. And sometimes you just don't do that. You tend to just play down, be sloppy, and you can actually digress. I thought we moved forward, so it was good. It was a good game, and got even the last few guys in the game, and they got to play. Everybody scored, stuff like that. So it was something to build on. So it worked out pretty good. But one guy got crunched. I don't know what happened to him. I think he separated his shoulder for Grand Canyon. I'm not sure.
Isn't he a guy that was on the ground?
Yeah, he separated his shoulder. I asked him afterwards. He said he separated his shoulder. I don't know if he ran into Big B or what, but I think when they fell down, he might have jumped on top of him by accident, and he got crunched up a little bit. So, yeah, a game like that. But like I said, it went pretty well, and they're all pumped up to go, and hopefully, we'll carry over. We got to have a couple good practices, and then we should be ready to get on that plane, see what we're really about when we play we'll go into play the heavyweights. So we'll see what happens. But I think we're going to be in good shape. Probably give them all they want. And then some. I'm expecting to win, actually. We look pretty good out there. Well, I'm going to beat them by 70 points. Nobody's doing that. 30. A couple teams beat them by 30, 35. Not 70. So I'm pretty optimistic about that.
At a teller machine. Going down.
Where they at, Coach?
Just look for a bunch of gray sweatshirts. I don't see anybody yet. Southwest, right? Yes, sir. Well,
I don't know, man. They don't look confident to me. What's up, fellas? What's going on? Huh? Yeah, all right. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. What's the outcome?
SMCC.
We need a prediction here, man.
Hey, Freddie.
They let you in like that.
What's up, man? You guys in the airport. See, you guys don't look like the same dudes that was on the court last week, man.
It's too early right now.
Too early.
Trying to sleep.
Sign any autographs yet? All right, we got some focus here, man. We got to focus. What do you got to say to him, Coach?
I'd say give it a rest over here.
Get a room.
You gonna miss him?
Yes.
Can we get a hug for the? Oh, there we go. Everybody clap. Everybody clap. There you go. All right.
So cute.
That's gonna be a touching moment.
I was saying that he just held the 5 pounds. I got plenty of it. BJ, I don't want to hug BJ.
Hey, I did not know that.
Trying my best.
You've always been good at that.
How about you?
Good working, as you can see. Good luck.
I appreciate it.
Okay, and that's how come.
Yeah. 21st Street baseline.
Now that I know you there, I'll keep my ears open then.
Wednesdays and Saturdays.
All right, we'll try to get to one game.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Take care.
God bless.
never called me back on it.
We'll take him to Scottsdale.
All right, I'll tell him.
It's not that hard to do. I'll show him what to do while we're there. We'll just knock it out. And he can start doing the home games if he wants.
Thanks, Coach.
He'll know who we got to foul too, I would imagine. You know, not only who's not shooting a good percentage, but who looks bad that day. We can't foul. I think that's something. Why don't you talk about in the pregame? That they're good foul shooters.
Anyway, so I should have.
It's J.C. Helton Gymnasium. They built this gym probably in the late 80s. All the trophies that we won. You know, I coached youth basketball. Now it's big. It's called, you know, it's a different animal now. It's AAU, but back in the day it was BCI basketball. And it was Basketball Congress International, and I ran the 13, 14, 15 years old. We used to dominate from the mid 80s to the mid 90s before AAU came in. So I had my fair time during that period coaching the young guys out there in the summers. And as you know, I was at Isaac Junior High School. It was called Isaac Junior High back then. And as you can see, the trophies that were won were incredible. I still think there's probably 2 more closets full that are busted up. This was a tough place. They've done a lot of good work to it. When I first started coaching here, man, it was just nothing but you know, outdoor basketball courts. We played all our games at Carl Hayden High School. You know, now they got the pedestrian bridge across the street. Jared Colangelo Boys and Girls Club, which is a beautiful facility, gives these kids in this neighborhood something to do. But I'll tell you what, back in the 80s, the gangs were, mid-80s, gangs were big. There were a lot of kids, 17, 18, 19 years old. It seemed, you know, that were in junior high school. You know, they didn't have alternative programs, so you had to deal with those guys and try to move them along, and it was really a difficult time. But I always said if you could teach and coach at a junior high, you could do it anywhere, and you know that's a fact. So, you know, I was at Camelback High School as the freshman coach, and J.C. Helton, who the gym's named after, as I mentioned earlier, he came out to a summer program where I was working, and he really wanted somebody to take this basketball program over. So I came over to teach physical education and coach the team. Well, it was a good deal for me. I had been offered a job out in Mesa, but Bob Pangrazi, who ran the pilot program, great physical educator, him and Paul Darce were wanting me to teach out in Mesa in their pilot program. But this was right down the street. Superintendent Herman Moya came over, offered me a position, and you know that's really why I started coaching here. It was just basically because it was close. The money was decent at the time. I think my first teaching contract was like $17,000, which you know isn't much today, but you know 25 years ago was decent money, especially just getting out of college.
Jan, I hope you enjoyed your party or your friends or whatever you're doing this past weekend, because I'm making plans to go to Los Angeles this weekend. So just wanted to let you know that you started this, now I'm going to finish it. Bye. End this message. To delete this message, press 7. To save it in the archives, press 9. To hear more options, press 0. Message will be saved for 28 days.
I'm going to bed, you know. That's where I'm going. It's that mysterious Los Angeles that holds all the decadence we must be afraid of, I suppose. It always happens in Los Angeles. It's never, I'm going to Cleveland. Los Angeles is somehow more threatening in some way, I suppose. Well, I'm heading to hay.
The game is on. They swarm your arms around my soul. I could never live without you. No. And now we're waiting for the sun to come to melt this cold black snow. All our dreams, but on the shelves. But I'm sure we let them know who we are. That you and I, the feeling we have is coming back again.
Again, experiences. It's the child support is due this month, and I haven't seen it, so I need to know what your plans are in paying that. Thanks.
End of messages.
It is not that easy to understand. Oh yeah, I know. See, I just have those moments when the darkness inside takes over control. And then I'm chained a lot inside my head. But it will never be the same again. After I say fire, fire, eh, eh.
I'm taking the herd. I'm taking the cheering section.
Okay. Your favorite rapper is Snoop Dogg?
Are we ready? We probably haven't even made any time. What?
I've been this several years already.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
I'm waiting.
Well, get everybody else out of here. Rachel, do you want to grab something on the way? Or I mean, from here, I can't stop. There's some potato chips or soda, chips. You can take the Pringles. There's some cheese and Pringles right there. Those. Want a soda?
Like 2 quarters of a
No. We'll maybe hopefully get something to eat afterward.
Yeah, we're rolling.
Oh, we are, huh? Yeah, I'm more than a little worried. The PC blew out Glendale by about 30 points. They're shooting the crap out of the ball. We've got some injuries. I don't think our point guard's going to be able to go. Fred Franco. I'm just watching some film, and hopefully we can figure out a way to defend these guys, because, man, I tell you what, we don't want to lose this game 2 times in a row on our home floor. And I don't know what I'm going to do. Might as well get the coffin if that happens. I mean, I don't know. So, we'll see.
Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
Work, work.
There is a problem.
diamonds all in my ring, player. Gold watches, gold chain, player. $100 champagne, player. Yeah, my money insane, player. Yeah, I'm making it rain, player. But I was just on a plane, player. Buying gear. Alright. If I'm in the club, I get 100 stacks. I'm always rolling up, so I get love for that. I heard you stole my swag, but I don't want it back. I was on this, but now I'm on to that. You see it in my closet, for it's on the rack. Was out the ring of white, now I'm going back. I got so much money, I should start a bank. So much paper right in front of me, it's hard to think. Buy so many bottles, it's gonna be hard to drink. But I'm still pulling up, and my family here, and they rolling out. So the bigger the bill, the harder you are. Or I'm throwing mine, 'cause my money.
Focus on the angle real quick. All right. Time will tell. Time will tell.
Not again. Not again. We ain't being denied again. Second round.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Region 1 main event, the NJCAA Region 1 Division 2 title game between the Bears of Phoenix College and your 8th-ranked Cougars of South Mountain Community College. We'll have the starting lineups shortly for tonight's game, but first, to honor America, would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem? Junior College Athletic Association, the ACCAC, and South Mountain Community College promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other abusive comments, or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated in our grounds for removal from the facility. South Mountain Community College thanks you for your support and cooperation.
Defense, defense, defense. We'll hold them to 20 points. That's the first half. Whole new ball game. It's got to start out 0-0. You still got to be hungry. You guys are doing a great job of staying with your man and not worrying about that help. They're going down there. They're like, shit, I ain't got nobody to pass to because no one's helping. Contain the dribble. If he beats you, ride him all the way down there. BJ's coming to help. Trent's coming to help. Defense, defense, defense.
The final score, the Cougars 81, Phoenix College 75.
And finally, the class to the 2008 Region 1 basketball champions, Southbound Community College Cougars.
Well, I'm happy we came out on top. Obviously, we gave everybody an exciting game. You know, the season's met my expectations to some degree. The guys have been a pleasure to coach, and they were self-monitoring, which made it really easy for me. And you don't get that very often on this level. You usually have to put a lot of work into a lot of different things. So that way it was very pleasurable, and obviously to come out on top. And Phoenix College gave us a great game, and you know, we kind of let them back in, and they played really well. So, and then it was very exciting for the crowd and everything. I feel pretty good about going in despite a few injuries. For the main reason, I think to some degree we've underachieved somewhat. You know, I was always surprised when we lost games, and we tend to play up and down the competition. So I think we'll play up, and knowing these guys, if we can get that first game under our belt, we'll be able to, you know, I think we'll really get rolling and be hard to stop. However, we're in a very tough bracket. There's no rhyme or reason to how it's done. It appears to me that the top 6 teams are in the top bracket and the weaker 6 are in the bottom bracket. Although I really don't know that because I don't know a lot about the teams. But to go to the national tournament, which is where we're going in the final 12, it's, you know, obviously it's an honor, and you know, quite frankly, that's what we're working for. And just to have a shot at a national championship is great, but we tend to try to do something about it. We're going to take our best swing at it and see if we can come out on top.
I don't know about next year. I'm going to really take a minute or two and see where I'm at. There's been some opportunities blowing around in the wind. I got offered something else today. I really love it over there at South. I like coaching. At the same time, I'd like to just concentrate on that. I had an offer to be an assistant today at a larger school, and there's some other junior college jobs out there that I think that I might consider. Although I could very well wind back up at South and be happy with that. It's going to be a win-win situation, but there are factors like money and, with the economics, the way things are right now, it'd be hard probably to make a move without some kind of idea where I'm going to be at financially. Because, I'm working 2 jobs. I'm one of the, probably one of the few part-time coaches left doing this, and I'm probably be the only one there. So I think that, in some ways, what we have done is a lot more difficult. And you look on my bench, and I've got 4 assistant coaches, and it's because we're all doing it part-time, and we've actually done a real good job of segmenting the responsibilities, and that way we can compete with the larger schools with bigger budgets. We just use more coaches to do it. And, I've tried to figure out a lot of ways to counteract the fact that I'm not a full-time coach. So, in a way, it's made it more fun working with the other coaches and just having more camaraderie and hanging out with the guys and stuff like that. But on the other hand, I haven't been able to dedicate myself quite like I would like. Some of the things go a little bit untidy. So I have to, figure out and just explore different ways to make up for that. Obviously, I'd like to do this on a higher level. I'd like to get paid right for it. I think I'm talented. I think I could do this at a Division I school. I don't have any doubt I'm as good or better than a lot of people out there that are doing it. I can't say that for sure or 100%, but I have an idea. I think that sometimes you have a belief, but it really is not being about better at someone else. I just think I could do a great job for somebody at some place that's really struggling.
The old guy over here? Yeah, that's gonna be you, bro.
Yeah, that could be. Very well be. Well, I think the best thing about the whole thing about the athletic director, at some point coach comes in the end, but this athletic director stuff, it's basically a great job for coaches because they got to understand everything that goes on, and basically you're coaching coaches, trying to keep them in the right framework and help them be successful. And then of course there's the money side of it, with the budgets.
the bottle, taking shots, waiting on tomorrow, trying to fill up what's hollow. You gonna know my name. You gonna know my name. Bright lights, big city going to my head. Bright lights, big city going to my head. Bright lights, big city going to my head. I don't care, no, 'cause you don't care, no. And came down somebody else. I know it ain't right, but it's all in my head. Well, I'm surprised that I'm still alive. I should be dead. Bright lights, big city going to my head. Bright lights, big city going to my head. Bright lights, big city going to my head. I don't care, no, 'cause you don't care, no. Oh, you gonna know my name. Yeah, yeah, you gonna know my name. Hey, 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 you gonna know my name. Oh, you gonna know my name.
Hey, Sean Lucky. Hey, it was a pretty close game tonight. What do you think? Oh, man, you know, I thought the game went okay. Some different strategies we could have used. We had a 17-point lead. We should have built on it and said, you know, we decreased on it. You know, we slacked. We did some bad things. Hold on, baby. We're going all the way. We're going all the way, baby. I just want to finish off what I was talking about before I was really interrupted. You know, we had a good game. We see the crowd is, you know, it's looking lovely. We about to go to Chi-Town. We about to win. South Mountain, baby.